A thrilling doubleheader brought the 2021 MotoGP Championship season to a close, with Pecco Bagnaia a class above the rest to take wins numbers 3 and 4 in his Premier Class career. Amid all the emotion and excitement of the on-track action and final goodbyes, you may not have caught everything that happened, so these are your other battles from the Algarve and Valencia Grand Prix. It wasn't the cleanest of starts in Portugal as Danilo Petrucci's frustrating run of form continued through no fault of his own. The Tech 3 rider crashed out on the first lap for the second week running after making contact with factory counterpart Brad Binder. There were better fortunes for Alex Marquez, who charged through the field battling with Jorge Martin before eventually taking P4 and setting his sights on the top 3. For the rookie Spaniard Martin, it dropped him into an exciting race-long battle with teammate Johan Zarco and world champion Fabio Quartararo. In a fight that ebbed and flowed, the three kept exchanging overtakes, with the GP21 showing their power and speed down the front straight. Not to be outdone, Quartararo fought back with a move up the inside, but the Frenchman ran it wide at turn 13, 18 laps in, allowing both Pramacs back through before it was game over for good just 2 laps later. The Yamaha rider hitting the deck at turn 5, compounding a difficult weekend for the recently crowned world champion. Elsewhere, Enea Bastianini hung on the coattails of Miguel Oliveira for the majority of the race, but got caught going in too hot down the hill into the turn 1 right-hander. The Avintia Sponsorama rider did eventually get by the RC16 when coming over the turn 8 crest, making for a pretty spectacular shot from the Algarve International Circuit. It's exciting times ahead for the number 23 as he will begin riding a GP21 from next season. Further back, there was some front straight joy for Valentino Rossi, with a double overtake from the Doctor a particular highlight as he went on to claim a P14 finish. Still feeling the effects of injury, Franco Morbidelli's competitive edge in Portugal faded towards the latter stages as he dropped towards the back of the pack, and despite this manoeuvre on Stefan Bradl, it wasn't enough to avoid finishing last. It was a difficult weekend for hometown hero Miguel Oliveira, qualifying 17th on the grid. However, a superb launch at lights out saw him climb up the 12th by the close of the opening lap. He could then set his sights on the top 10, which saw him locked in battle with fellow KTM's Binder and Iker Lecuona as the three jostled for position. Contact between two RC16s at turn 14 preceded what was to come, as 23 laps in, Lecuona dove up the inside of the number 88 and couldn't keep his line, wiping out both riders and bringing out the race-ending red flags. 1 week later, it was the turn of Valencia to host the final round of 2021, with Pecco Bagnaia leading a Ducati lockout of the podium. 3 GP21 stood on the rostrum, while a fourth recorded a top 6 finish. Recovering from a poor start, Johan Zarco finished on a high, with this block pass on Binder helping him record a 10th top 6 finish of the year. As for the South African, we didn't see his customary Sunday charge, with this opening lap coming together with Quartararo not helping his cause. Alex Rins and Aleix Espargaro both took advantage and darted through before the KTM rider bided his time and eventually pegged back the RSGP on the 23rd lap and secured himself a P7 finish. In a battle at the back, rookie Luca Marini got the better of the outgoing MotoGP veteran Danilo Petrucci. The Tech 3 man was the final rider to take the checkered flag in Valencia as he and his teammate Iker Lecuona prepare for a new adventure in 2022. We wish them the very best of luck. As we do for Valentino Rossi, the MotoGP legend hung up his leathers for a final time after 26 unforgettable seasons, but not before he treated fans to one last grandstand performance. The Doctor launched from P10 and locked horns with world champion Quartararo in the opening laps before Zarco powered his way through on the number 46. Enea Bastianini then provided him a reminder that the future of Italian racing is in good hands, and while there was no fairy tale 200th Premier Class podium, the motorcycle racing icon held firm to ensure he finished among the 10 fastest riders in the world. As the curtain comes down on another incredible year of MotoGP, we say goodbye to some familiar faces and prepare to welcome some new ones to the scene. The next generation of talent is here, and we cannot wait to see what they have in store for us in 2022.